Hello, welcome to Adventureville Gaming. My name is Ryan, and I'm here to take you on an adventure. To start, I'm going to show you how I made these easy wooden doors over on my work table. Come on! So, you get yourself your ready board over at the Dollar Tree. Mark it out, foam core, 1.5 inches high by 1 inch. I'm marking out 4 doors at the moment. You want to build them in batches. It's easier in the long run because a dungeon has more than 1 door and it's just easier. I'm just building one, but I'll show you that. We'll mark out 1/4 inch spacing on the planks, drawing in the lines, just freehanding those. Don't need to be fancy on those. Make them rough, both sides. Now I'm going to draw in the texture, just using the ballpoint pen. It's an over-exaggerated wood grain, but it does the trick and it looks nice, especially at a distance. And most of the time, it's just going to sit on the table for a little while, and then until your adventurers kick the door down. Then you can remove it. And it's lightweight also, that's another thing I like. It's not going to damage if it drops from high height using the foam core. Throwing a couple little knots here and there makes it a little more character. Just don't forget the sides. Now I have some beads here. I'm using them, got them at the dollar store. Use them for door handles. It looks nice. Put them on there as best you can. Had to fiddle with them there. Once you're happy with it, just grab yourself something to put it onto. I'm using a large popsicle stick. You can use whatever, MDF, cardboard, whatever you have. Another piece of foam core even. I'm using my side cutters there, little snips to trim the corners. Just using easy glue there, the tacky glue. Taking off the little excess. There you have it. I've chosen now to make a circular door for the second time around. Thought about doing the circular door first, but square door is just slightly easier. Cut out whatever size you want. This is 1.5 inches. Clean up the edges. Doing very much the same technique. Chose to use the emery stick this time on the edges. Marking out 1/4 inch planks again. Very much a repeat of the first door. See the planks. It gives you more practice as you are drawing in now. The wood grain. Keep it simple. But have fun with it. That's the biggest thing. Think of what's going to happen at this door. How are your players or fellow friends are going to react when they see it on the table? That's the joy of half this. Getting them to go, wow, you built this. Yeah, and you'll say, yeah, I did. Check it out. Yeah, moving to the back side. Remember with the hobbit hole, it doesn't have to be perfect. Nice though, I made it a little larger than a standard hobbit hole or door. You can see there I kind of goofed with the lines a little, but that's okay. I was questioning whether I should use the same size door or bead, but I stuck with the same size because I think it would look weird if it got bigger. Just glue it on again, and don't use super glue. Whatever you do, it'll melt the foam. Now that you have your both doors on a base, you want to grab yourself some Mod Podge, a little bit of black acrylic paint in there. That's done by Black Magic Craft. Most of you guys know that by now. Just cover it all. Doesn't have to be thick, just enough to protect the foam if you're going to seal it later on. Gets in all the nooks and crannies. Put a little on the base too, just to add a little more consistency. and then filled in the holes a little more on the handles. Now the Mod Podge is dried, we're going to move on to painting. I'm just using a bit of burnt umber. Putting in my lovely fancy paint tray there, the upside down lid of a yogurt container. You got to use what you got. Thin the paint a little with water. It's craft paint, so it's a little thicker. Just putting it on everywhere. Nice thin coat, but it covers it so it's all nice brown. Moving on to the next door, I grabbed myself the campground in green. Really like this green. It's a nice dark green. Great for getting in all the dark areas. Give it a bit of extra shadow. And good old Hobbit doors are nice and green. At least one in particular that I know of. Painted up the base there, just a little bit of brown, changed it up. Didn't want to do it green, I thought that would be kind of weird. Now that the base coat is on and dried, I've moved on to a bit of cinnamon brown. Nice. I went across the grain, so just catching the top parts, so it's leaving the recesses where the wood grain is darker. A light coat over the whole thing. Don't forget the sides. Now the green, I used an olive green on my door. Same thing, just you want to do a light cross grain. Put a little too much there. But it doesn't matter, it'll look great in the end. Nice even coat across the whole thing. Get the sides. Now moving on to the dry brush. I did a golden brown. I'm using makeup brushes that I picked up at Dollar Tree. Don't use your wife's girlfriend's brushes. They'll get mad. Trust me. With the green, I did a lush foliage. Craft Smart there. Nice bright. Really made the door, I found, pop. Brush off the excess. Just give her. Get it on there as best you can. If you don't have makeup brushes, use your older brushes. You don't want to use your new brush. It will definitely damage it. Then I took Weapons Bronze Army Painter. Paint the handles bronze. Got to keep them nice and shiny, and they're used lots, so I didn't bother giving an extra shade on them. Like too much of a darkening. There. Now I just grab myself a little bit of strong tone wash. Put on the brown door. Could have put on the green door, I just chose not to. Still might later, I haven't decided yet. Really like the way the Army Painter washes kind of look once they're dry. There you have it. 2 completed doors for your collection. I really enjoyed this project. I hope you did too. I liked how they both have their own unique style and look. I'm looking forward to more. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you in our next adventure.